G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, coming at you from home this week. I am back to reality. So it's been great getting back to the horses and other animals after having a week away, which was beautiful. I love the Grampians. You'll see on the last show, the kangaroos were very obliging, and we were just having a laugh at whether I'll be able to manage that again. So, yeah, we'll have to raise the bar now, see if I can get some emus or something else that can, make a guest appearance. So keeping it interesting. That's what I do like to do here on my show, is mix it up a bit, keep it different, get some great backdrops. Here in Australia, we've got some amazing places, and whenever I travel around or go anywhere that has some really great background drops, I'm there. So as you can see today, I'm at home, which has always got pretty good backdrops. It's really sunny here. It's a little bit glary in the background, but we're enjoying this. It's going, I think it's into autumn, or in a couple of days will be autumn. So this, the summer will be dissipating. I love autumn. It's a fantastic time of year. You get the cooler nights, but nice warm days. So, yeah, not too hot. I have to say I'm not a fan of the really extreme heat. I find it a little bit more of a cooler weather person myself. So, yeah, I don't mind it when the really hot days are behind us. But the variety is always good too, so that's really cool. So I hope you're all going well. We're nearly into March now, which is pretty crazy to think 2020, we're going into our third month. So going on, the readings and talking to different people about things over the last week, we've still got energetically, we've had Mercury in retrograde, so we've had a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of people are feeling a bit unsettled. There's also been a lot of people wanting to change direction, and it's like they've been given the signs, but still really feeling unsettled and unsure. To me, the energy this year is very different to previous years. So if you're feeling a little bit not quite as convinced on things as what you were last year, it's just that you need to tune in a little bit more. So again, connect to spirit. You've got your friends and family and your guides around you all the time. So don't hesitate to ask them for guidance. A really big thing I've found this year has been to stop and recalibrate and really, go into the mode of taking notice of what's happening around you and being present and in the moment. I know I've said this heaps, and for me this has been an ongoing lesson, because you do become so wired to be doing and not being. And I really feel that's a strong message for us. This last month has been, if you're feeling pulled back, or, you're feeling a little bit unsettled, reconnect into your inner guidance and ask spirit for signs, and really be ready to receive those. Also, what I've been shown over the last week and a half is we also need to remember to connect to our creative side. Now, you often hear that, for me, I will often say that in a reading, because spirit, I'll be guided to say to somebody, you're not doing anything creative. When we get creative, when we get into our imagination, this is where we, connect in with that side of us that can receive information. So it's really important that we remember this and also take time to do it. So it doesn't matter what creative pursuits are your thing. If, people say to me sometimes, but I'm not creative. Rubbish, we all are. You can dance and be creative. Play music, you can sing. There's so many ways you can be creative. In the garden, you can be creative. Get a pencil and paper, get some watercolors, whatever it is you might be drawn to. And I know for me, I've really been drawn to want to get painting again. Like I used to do it years ago and haven't really delved back into it. But, it's like anything that tends to get you out of that thinking mode and into having fun and just, getting creative. And when you're being creative, that's when the great thoughts, inspirations, and things come to you. So don't forget to do that and make time for that if you can. Okay? All right. That's my spiel for today. I'm going on to my first caller, Brenna in Stamping Ground, Kentucky. Brenna, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Okay, let me just connect in for you. Did you want me to focus on something specific, Brenna, or feel like I want to go to this year having had a few things that have gone a little bit amiss for you?
No, nothing specific, just whatever you feel.
Yeah. Can you relate to that? There's a few, you've had to take a few steps back over the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, because I'm just, as I connected in for you, I'm like, oh dear, okay, we've had a few stumbling blocks. And I want to say they are, I mean, it's easy just to say stumbling blocks. And I know it's been harder than that, but I don't feel these things are going to hold you back for a long time. And I know doesn't quite feel 100% fitting to say that, but I do want to say that to you and say you're not going to stay where you are, as hard as things may have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
okay?
actually
so it's like,
I'm going through a divorce.
Yep. And there's been a lot of trauma around that, I want to say, or like there's been yeah. So acknowledge that, and make sure you take time for you in amongst this, because I do want to say to you, Spirit, well, basically what they're showing me is it's not your fault, so don't carry guilt for this. And it's like things have come to a head for a reason. You will futuristically look back and realise this is for the best, and things are going to turn around for you. There will be opportunities also coming out of this. So are you working at the moment? Because I feel like there's something coming up, as in that a job opportunity for you.
I am working on starting a business.
Yeah. So it's like things will take off now that it's almost like you've had to go through this process. We're letting go of what doesn't serve us. And it's been a really major, major thing for many people. We were shown a lot last year, but for those that maybe didn't make that call then, we're getting really, it's like a real strong thing that we've had to do it early on this year. And it's like you're letting go. Things were needed. And I think you would agree with me in that it was kind of dragging out, and it was really something that did need to happen for you to move forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like for both of you. I do want to say also, they're showing me out of this separation financially, you're going to be better off. So it's almost like I don't see it being a disadvantage for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you're moving forward. And I don't know whether your ex wasn't responsible for money or was inclined to, how can you put it, not set yourself up for your future, whereas you're more inclined to plan and get things started, and that will be, how you going forward, how it grows you more and more. And I do see abundance of money coming in because of that, because it's like you're saying no to what's been dragging you back, and it's like now is the time. There's something. I want to connect. I've got a male coming through in spirit. I feel like I want to go to even like a grandfather, because he's an older chap coming through. And it's like he's showing me that there's a pathway that you're going on and you've been guided. So I feel like I want to say there's been divine guidance in this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like he's showing me you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Things were revealed to you. That's what he's showing me. It's like things were shown to you to help you get an understanding of where you needed to be and who doesn't need to be on your team anymore. I do feel for you, though, there is family support, or he's showing me there's people around you that are happy to help you, and don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Because you're a bit stubborn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he's showing me. Now, the children. So is there 2 children for yourself around this, or where does the children?
Yeah, we have 2 children.
Yeah, okay. Because it's like the children are going to be fine. So it's almost like that's what he was coming through, going 2, fine, all good.
Okay.
Okay. Is one of the, I want to say like one of your children, I feel like I want to go to the boy. I don't know if there's a boy or a girl, or I'm feeling like I want to go to the youngest, but there's one that's a bit of a struggle at the moment, but don't worry, it's like that will settle down.
Well, the oldest is autistic, and she doesn't do change well, and so she's having a real hard time with everything.
Yeah. So it's almost like, well, Spirit's coming through going, they're going to be okay. It's like, don't feel responsible. And it's almost like the more you're okay with this, the more they will be. So it's almost like, you know, as hard as it is to keep that brave face at times and just soldier on, the more you can show that, the more the children will be in alignment with that.
Mm-hmm.
Does your eldest one have shorter hair?
The oldest one, no, she has long hair.
Okay. All right. So I feel like he was flashing up something. And does the grandfather in spirit ring a bell for you?
I don't know about the grandfather. Really, my grandmother is the one I feel that is around me a lot. I was closest with her, and I lost her when I was pregnant, and I feel her around me a lot. My grandfather's still alive.
Okay. Because it's almost like this, it's definitely a male that was coming through, but it's like he was stepping up to protect you. But I also feel like he was quite clever with money, or there was something around like he's stepping in to show you support in moving forward and giving you insights on how to how to make this transition easy. So it's like I felt like I wanted to go with an M initial around him or something along that line, but I do feel that he's kind of like your protector.
I'm not sure on that one.
Okay. So we'd be interested to see where he fits. He'll fit somewhere. But it's like he had to come through first. So it's not unusual for that to happen. Now, with your grandmother in spirit who passed before your first child, let me have a look and see if I can connect in. Was she a bigger lady with a bit of a deep laugh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to confirm that that's her coming through. And she passed, I feel like there was aspects where her health, she wasn't well. She's showing me she didn't pass of what was expected. So I don't know whether there was another health concern that came in and then that's how she passed.
She had cancer.
Okay. Yeah. But she's referencing she passed in her way. So it's almost like, did she, it's like she made that decision to transition into spirit. So, and there was an aspect of, even though she went through the cancer, I wasn't going to stay on and keep suffering. So I just feel like she's acknowledging she made the call.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. And she's quite strong too. So it's like she's around you to remind you of strength. And I feel like I want to go to butterflies with her. There's something around signaling when you're outside. She hangs around you.
Yeah, that's
and something around plants too are important, or something to do with plants.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's just directing me to that. She's beautiful, very spiritual lady too. So had a really strong faith, I feel, and acknowledges that you have that as well.
Yes.
So, and that's almost like her message to you: keep the faith.
That means a lot. And that really does.
Yeah, absolutely. So, because she's shaking her head, she's got a bit of a smile on her face. It's like, keep the faith. It's almost like I want to say to you, you've got this, and don't allow, of course, going through such a big thing, it's worrying, and, we tend to get into the overthinking mode, but it's almost like she's coming through saying, don't worry, things will be fine, things will work out, and almost let go of the things that you don't need to be worrying about. So anything out of your control, let go of the worry and just focus on the here and now. There is something around you moving, but I don't feel it's far away, but something around the move will be great too, is what she's showing me.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't hesitate with that. So don't feel like you have to stay there for the kids, or, it's a change will be great. I'm excited for you.
That all makes a lot of sense. Like, it really does.
Beautiful. Oh, that's great. No, it's so good to get that clarity. And I really can't wait you'll have to touch base with me towards the end of the year, because you will look back and go, this has been a great ride and you're finally doing what you love to do. So get onto your business and, really apply yourself to this, because you've got it there to make a success of it. Don't allow the self-doubt or, the worry and that kind of thing shut you down on it. Just keep at it.
Okay.
Okay? You've got this. All right, I'm going to go on to my second caller. Thank you for ringing in, Brenna, and keep the faith. You've got this. I'm excited for you, I said before.
Thank you.
All right,
so much.
we've got Sabrina in, where am I? Mamu, I think it is, Louisiana. Probably pronounced that wrong. Got to learn all these states. Sabrina, are you there? Sabrina's disappeared. I think that was the Sabrina the Witch, wasn't it? The one that did the disappearing act. It's a gorgeous name. I love it. All right. Well, while we wait for her to come on through, don't forget while you're watching the show, for those of you that are spiritual and like to connect and like to tune into your psychic sense, as the callers come on, sit there as you're watching and go, what are you picking up around them? You'll be very surprised at how much you'll connect in with things that I'm relating to and things that relate to the person on the phone as well. It's a great way to fine-tune your psychic side. We all have it. No one's more elite than anyone else, so tune in. It's a good reminder. Sabrina, are you there?
I'm doing good.
Do you want me to focus on, what area would you like me to focus on? I want to say relationships. Is there something going down with your relationship at the moment?
Mama in Louisiana.
Yeah. What about as far as me connecting for you, did you have a question in regard to relationships? Or what did you want me to focus on? I just wanted to throw that one out there.
Seeing when and how me and my husband will conceive a baby.
Okay. All righty. So can I go to, you've been trying now, is it 18 months that you've been trying?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because I've got a lady in spirit here, so I'm like, come on, ready to go. Okay, there's something around, and I know, it's a little bit like a watch kettle never boils. It's almost like for you guys, I want to have some fun and forget the fact that I'm trying to conceive, and I want to have a holiday. I want to break away from the same old things. There's something you need to do different to bring this child in. And I see more than one child, so there's no doubt about the fact that there's children coming for you. I don't have any doubt in my mind, but it's like we need to take the pressure off it happening, and it's almost like, that desire to have, something come to us. Sometimes when we focus on it too much, it just keeps it away. And this year is a year. So in 2020, this is a year of bringing all that we need into us. So I don't have a doubt that that will be the case for you. I see at least 2 children. So I see like 2, and there's a question mark for a third one. So it's definitely not the case of, is it going to happen? Because yes, it is. But it's almost like I see you and your other half going on a breakaway, and that's when the conception is going to happen. Have you got a holiday planned?
I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. So make those plans. Like we've got to kickstart something here, and I just feel like for the 2 of you, let's take away from the same old. I'm at home in the same environment. I want to mix it up a little bit. Even if you go away for a weekend somewhere, we want to go and have fun. We want to make this a lot of fun.
Yes, I want to have fun.
Yeah. So it's like we need that aspect of fun to help with the conception. Sometimes when we get all too serious, it's kind of like the body that doesn't react in the way that we want it to. And for you, because I don't see any problems with fertility.
I have PCOS, so I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
when
Many people have conceived with that. So even though, it does tend to sit there as a, as something that can make it harder. I've had many people that I've connected with that have gone on to have children that have that. Also, another good thing is to just focus on that area and connect to your self-healing and, even putting your hand there and going, okay, I'm visualizing, whatever it feels for you. For some people, it's white light. For others, it's green. You doing that already?
Yes.
Cool. So, but there's definitely no doubt around that. Have you had an operation already, or where was the operation? Have you had something done?
I haven't
around
had
that
the
area?
operation yet.
Sorry?
I haven't had the operation yet.
Okay. Is that what they're wanting to do? Is to do something to do like a clear things out a bit?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, because it's like, well, what Spirit were just showing me then, it's like there's something around, I felt like a minor, not a major operation, something minor. So just bear that in mind, whether that's something that they might say to you, listen, we might do something like that first prior to conception. But I do see that it will be when you least expect it that you're going to conceive. And I even feel like you might be pregnant for a little bit and not realise. And I know that's rare when you're trying that hard, but it's like you might not have the signs straight away.
It's been 6 months since my last period, and I just started today. Today makes day 5 that I've been on my period.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to conceive.
So it's like, don't discard, like I just feel like it's going to be, there's an aspect of a surprise around. Okay, so keep the faith on that. Again, that's it's not just a case of when. It's not necessarily and like I said, I feel this year, so I don't feel that it's that far away. And I feel like for you, children won't be, you'll have one and then there won't be much of a gap between the next one after that. It's almost like once it happens, you'll be quite fertile, is what they're showing me. I'm just laughing at the way that they're showing it to me. It's quite funny. And also, I have to say, can I ask, is your other half, so the other half in your relationship, is his father in spirit? There's a male coming through, but I feel he's connected to your partner.
Yes.
Okay, because it's almost like he's coming through the message. Your other half needs to take it a bit easier and not work so hard, is what he's showing me. It's like, tell him to ease back a bit. He's going to work himself to the bone, or there's something about, he's overworking, but to the point of burning himself out. Okay, so it's almost like he needs it to give himself a break. I feel like with the way that he's showing me that is your other half is quite driven, but it's almost like he'll go from extremes. I'm doing a little bit, then I'm doing a lot, and it's up and down a little bit. So there's a little bit of an unbalanced aspect. So just tell him to be mindful of that. But I like his sense of humour.
Thank you.
Yeah. So there's also something about you stepping up. What are you not stepping up with at the moment for you? You're not speaking up. Because I feel like I want to say to you, you need to speak up. You need to speak your truth more. You're a little bit hesitant because of, I feel like I'm going to concern for what people think or how I'm, come across. But I do want to say to you, it's, be mindful of saying what you need to say, because what you've got to say is relevant, and you know, you deserve to be listened to. Plus, you've got these kids you've got to stand up for once they come in. So it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder for us all. But I just feel like for you, don't let people walk over you. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So don't be scared to sometimes say no or stand up for yourself, because it's okay to do that. And for your, you know, for your growth and, you know, with the aspect of being a mom and all the things you're going to be doing, you want to be able to say what you need to say. So don't hesitate. Also feel like this male in spirit. Does your other half go shooting or something? I see somebody like for recreation or something. Who's shooting?
Uh,
I feel like someone's hunting. Some reference, usually with spirit, show me that it's just to, you know, create evidence that they are around. They see all this. They're all seeing and hearing, but it's like I'm going hunting. So I don't know whether that's relaxation for somebody and they need to do it more, or where that fits, but that there's a message in that from spirit.
Okay.
Okay. So for you, it's really important to honour yourself. So don't forget to do that. It's 2020. So it's time, you know, now more than ever, to step up and be heard. Is there any other questions you'd like me to answer before I have to go? I'm nearly at the end of time. Got about
do you see me
20 seconds to go. Make it quick.
Do you see me and my man getting married anytime soon?
It'll be a surprise. It will be a little bit on his terms. So again, let the expectation go. Let it come around. Someone's going to nudge him into it, but it won't be you. So it's almost like someone will encourage him.
Okay.
I feel like I want to go beginning of next year. I feel like the child will come first.
The child will come first before we get married?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep me posted. Love to hear. Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. Connect with me and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Good luck, Sabrina. You've got this. All right, I got to go. Time is running out. Thank you so much for listening. See you same time, same place next week. Woohoo!